I heard that. Another dinky walleye. Man, this underspin looks awesome with that little mare.
What's happening, fishing friends? Welcome to another episode. Last year, Rapala released their new Crush City line of plastics, and one of my favorite in there is this. The Swimbait, they call it the Mayor. By far my favorite swimbait of the year. So what I wanted to do was kind of break this down, take a deeper look into it, compare it to some other ones on the market, and take it out in the water and fish it. Me and my buddy Chris got out. I think these really are one of the best ones out there. So enough talking, let's take a deep dive. So the material on this is more of a traditional plastisol. So this is not, like the Z-Man stretchy stuff. They do have the, the BLTs or something like that, whatever the little Ned rig is. It's that, super stretchy stuff. This is not, more your typical plastisol, but it's not one of those that's super prone to just tearing, a one-fish wonder. Holds up really well, and I really like the shape of this. Probably the thing that caught my eye. Reminds me of those old shad-shaped lures you used to throw back in the day for crappie. It's got, kind of that belly on it. It's not the regular ribbed ones that we see, like a Kitech or a Rage Swimmer. Little bit different look to it, and the profile to me is just very shad-like. Now they say they use their smart injection technology, which just means the injection shot. But what that allows them to do is get these, those clean lines if you want to do like a top and bottom. I'm going to go over colors and all that here. Lines like that, you can see they've got glitter in there. They inject the scent all into it. It's like a black licorice / fish scent to it. Black licorice fish. Anyway, allows them to get those colors, and I think some of the colors are absolutely killer. This is the gizzard shad. This one around here to match shad is, If you look in the belly of it, you can see that it does have the split opening in there. So if you're rigging this on, some sort of hook or like a weedless hook, coming up through there, hook can come up into it, and I'll show you that here. Where is it? On the larger size like this one, you can see when the hook comes up into that, kind of goes up into the belly of it to help you get a little bit more hook room, hookup ratio up in there to it. So I do like that they slid it. Otherwise, if it was solid, this was all hard plastic, it would stop there. Quick comparison of the sizes here. It does come in a 4-inch and a 3-inch. I believe there's a 2 or a 2.5-inch they're coming out with that they showed at ICAST. So one more, just a little bit smaller than this, but I really, really like that little 3-inch size as a do-it-all. Now they released these in 16 colors. This gizzard shad is absolutely awesome for around here. There's the sexy shad, a little bit brighter, kind of your neon greenish in there, a bunch of flake. Just your regular shad, same thing, a little bit more glitter to it, kind of, spiced up a little bit. They've got the albino pearl, so your pearl white, and it's got kind of like a little bit of a red iridescence to it. There is the green shad, which is my other favorite color. This, if you run any sort of like shiner, Tennessee shiner, this is the Arkansas shiner from Fish Head Underspin. You run that on there, those two together, that color match, oh my gosh. For whatever reason, that shiner color around here in the Midwest absolutely crushes. We've got the Pro Blue Red Pearl rigged up on, that's one of the new Northland underspins. Y'all have seen me fish this before. I'm really liking that too. This is more of the finesse style. You can see a little smaller hook. It's exposed for an underspin there, but really good looking one. Kind of that reddish blue highlights to it, and that purple silver head matches really well. And the last one that I picked up there is the perch, so that kind of orangish. This to me mimics a bluegill really well. Perch, anything like that where you've got those fish with that kind of orangish, yellow, sunfish type look to them. And as far as rigging these, you've got a ton of different options. Like I showed you, these go really well because they look so natural on a little underspin like this. More of a finesse size, your kind of mid-type. And then, like I showed you, if you need a weedless option, you can go with something like this. This is the Owner Flashy Swimmer. It's got the little wire down here. This is the 4-op. This is what they look like. And of course, I'll leave everything linked below, my Tackle Warehouse links. Anytime you use those, I do get a little bit of money back, so I appreciate it. Helps support the channel. If you find them somewhere else cheaper, by all means, go buy them over there. If you like shopping somewhere else, I just appreciate the cool folks that support me. Now, also with these, don't be afraid to use some coloring. So these are the Spike It markers. I've really kind of gravitated toward those. I can keep them in my bag, take it out. If you want to put a little red dot there, it looks like it's bleeding, or maybe just kind of a focus point on it. Of course, your chartreuse, that kind of stuff. But I did want to bring up the markers because I've kind of switched to those so I don't spill stuff. So yeah, marker them and kind of doctor it up the way you want. Now for a combo, because it's a moving bait, you don't need anything too crazy. This larger one, so this larger 4-aught hook, I want a little bit of backbone into it. So I was throwing this on the Shimano SLX. This is the medium heavy 7 foot 2 inch medium heavy, rated for lures 1/4 to 3/4 ounce. I believe the 4 on these, I think that's a 1/4 ounce on there, but it's perfect for a lot of the shallow waters and stuff around here. Anywhere you're around grass and stuff like this, I like the weedless option. And that's not skin hooked or anything in there. I forgot to tell you, it does have the little channel up inside there, so your hook can just sit flush in there without actually going into the skin of the bait. Now for a reel, I happen to have the Shimano SLX XT on here, 15-pound fluorocarbon. If you're in the really heavy, thick grass stuff and you're, kind of scared you might not get the hook set, you could go to, 30-pound braid on there if you want. I've fished them that way in the grass. It does help. Otherwise, if you want to go with something more finesse, so like one of these or one of the Great Lakes finesse underspin, don't want to use a super heavy, stiff setup. You want to have some give into it. You'll remember when I was fishing up with the Burley guys, I was throwing that little underspin and I was throwing it on this, the X Pride. This is the glass composite, and it's the 7-foot medium rated for lures 1/4 to 1 ounce. I have really liked this rod, and I tell you what I've liked even more, probably one of my favorite reels that I own right now, just because of the bang for the buck and how well it is, the Shimano SLX MGL 70. This is the new one. This thing will sling a lure. I've got 12-pound fluorocarbon on here. I was throwing a little crankbait on it the other day. These reels will absolutely toss a lure. Not crazy expensive. Some of the Shimano stuff can get a little pricey, but for 150 bucks, I think it's pretty, reasonably priced, especially for how well it performs. So I'll leave a few different combos, kind of different budget price, mid, higher price down below, just to give you some ideas. But enough of this in the shop. Let's get out on the water and fish this thing.
It's a decent one. All right, a little underspin action here. Get out of that crap. There we go. Little underspin action. That's a little chunk. All right, there we go. Good sized dude, over 1.5 pounds on that little underspin. Thanks for eating, feller. That one destroyed that minnow. Holy smokes. The mare just got thumped right there, a little over toward the grass more. And this is not the rod for this underspin. This is more of a finesse light wire underspin. I've got it on a medium heavy. All right, well, looks like it's an underspinny day. We were trying the frog, man. They did not want to come up for any sort of topwater. There we go. Look at that. Underspin with the mare on it. Talk about natural looking. That dude is chunked out. 1.25-pound fish. All right. 2 on it after switching to this. Hitting the grass line. There's another one. Not a big one. Oh my goodness. What is this guy doing? Is this for real? A crappie? No. Oh, it's a little walleye. Little Walter. I was hoping we catch some of these today. There are some walleye in here. We catch some. Old Debo will be keeping some and doing a little Walter catch and cook. You, sir, are too small though. Need to be a little bit bigger than that. This combo feels super good for it too. And this is meant for heavier stuff. I was throwing the 4-inch mare with the owner flashy swimmer, a little bit bigger. I thought, oh, it's bright bluebird sky, no clouds here, so decided to downsize just a little bit more and go slightly more finesse. There we go, one more on it. Oh, another bass fish. Catching super dink walleyes, but all the bass have been solid. There we go, another good one. Chunked out, looking healthy. All right, thanks for eating, feller. Go eat some of them little walleye in there. Got him! Chris on one over there on the frog. Atta guy. He said something comes up, keeps coming up and popping at it. Said, it's probably a little one you're not gonna catch. By golly, persistence paid off. He done found one.
Old Swampy.
Old Swampy, the old swamp lord.